This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/buffalo for your free trial membership today.
What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here. Hardware's all the rage nowadays, talking about dual-core Tegra 2s that have found their way into the Motorola Xoom, that same chipset making its way into the Motorola Atrix. We have speed coming out the wazoo. But what does that speed mean to you? All the horsepower in the world can't make a difference if the software is not optimized for it. You could have a quad-core chip which would blow away any competition, but if the software can't take advantage of it, it's not going to be of much use to you. And now we're about to talk about hardware some more, and Apple being the focus. We just saw the MacBook Pros get refreshed, and we are on the eve of presumably new iPads being announced with a little bit of a thinner display, a front camera, a rear camera, and a little better A5 processor, which presumably, according to all rumors, is going to be dual-core, which is great. But I would trade all that hardware in the world for an improved user experience. Again, if the hardware can't improve what I end up using on a daily basis, there's no use to it and you're just burning battery. Apple, when they launched the iPhone in 2007, whether you love Apple, hate Apple, or fall somewhere in between, there's no doubt they changed the mobile industry forever. They changed the way we think about a mobile device and what it can do. And it certainly gave birth to fantastic competition, like Android and WebOS, which is recently getting a shot in the arm with HP resources. However, since the iPhone launched in 2007, the operating system has become extremely stale. It launched with huge features omitted that should have been there from day one. Cut, copy, and paste, and MMS are sort of the two flagships. Now, since then, they've opened the App Store, which has given additional functionality to the device, but it hasn't changed what it looks like for the end user. When you look at your iPhone now versus what an iPhone looked like in 2007, you still have that same array of icons. Now you can make folders, but things are still the same. You get those obtrusive pop-up notifications. If I'm browsing a website or doing some work, I don't want to know that it's my turn on Words with Friends. I want to see that down below, up top, somewhere where it's not going to make me stop what I'm doing and have to hit OK or cancel and pause what's going on in the background. We still have a lock screen, which displays very little information. Jailbreaking now is borderline becoming a necessity to get some of the increased functionality that Apple should have been innovating with from their previous iterations of the software. So what I'm looking forward to most on Wednesday isn't a brand new iPad. I don't care about cameras. I want a better user experience. I want an operating system that's on par with the competition. I want Apple to continue to innovate. It's a company that I used to be proud of and I used to love to follow, but they've lost their luster. Apple iPhone used to be my daily phone since 2007. I now carry an Android device in my pocket because I want those unobtrusive notifications, because I want true multitasking, not app switching. Apple needs to step up and continue to drive the operating system forward. There's been so much focus on hardware, and I'm certainly guilty of that as well. I run through specs and talk about how it's 1 gigahertz versus an 800 megahertz and how that matters. At the end of the day, you need software optimized for your hardware. And Apple's done a very good job with optimizing their software, but they've really fallen flat on new feature innovation. I am hoping that iOS 5 is going to bring a completely new user experience. Maybe they'll bring widgets in the background, at the very least, less, and I hope somebody's listening, at the very least, an unobtrusive messaging system and a lock screen that takes better advantage. Please. They're very simple features and things that really need to be there in order to have iOS and the iPhone in general remain competitive. And of course the iPad as well, running the same operating system. These are features that are required, that Android has, that WebOS has, and that should have been there from day one. So this is a bit of my rant on Apple. I'm hoping that it's going to continue to push forward and it can continue to push and redefine what we think of the mobile industry, but at least right now, I'm not holding my breath. I want to thank our sponsors at Netflix. It's an awesome way to get movie and TV content right to your television via your Xbox, PS3, or Wii. If you want to try it out for a free month, be sure to go to netflix.com/buffalo for your free trial membership today. Thank you to the folks at Netflix.